Think chives are just a garnish? This flat-leaved cousin is an all-star. It gives us 3 seasons of delight: silky spring ribbons, summer flower stalks, and starry white blossoms for pollinators in late summer. Cut them, and they simply grow back. You'll be hooked on the scent alone. It all started 3 years ago, with a small packet of black seeds. They tested our patience. Germination was slow. We tucked the survivors into a planter, and for the first year, they were a whisper of what was to come. They worked quietly, thickening their roots and storing strength below the surface. If you're starting from seed, sprinkle on the surface or cover lightly, about 1/4 inch. Keep the soil evenly moist and be patient. Germination can take 2 to 3 weeks. By the second year, we gave them a new home in the sun. We divided the root clumps and replanted them in the open ground. That was the turning point. The clumps expanded, the leaves grew taller and wider, and the plants finally gave us a real harvest. Now in their 3rd year, they're unstoppable, thick, confident, and constantly giving. Our transplant note: trim the leaves down to about 1 inch, dig up a clump, split it into smaller fans, 3 to 5 plants each, and replant at the same depth, 6 to 8 inches apart in rich, well-drained soil. Then water in well for healthier and more clumps. In the kitchen, garlic chives go straight into the pan, carrying memories with them. In spring, we get soft ribbons for eggs, pancakes, dumplings, and stir-fry. Then, in midsummer, we get a thrilling window to harvest the prized flower stems, a short-lived treasure, delicate and sweetly garlicky. After that, the brief season ends, but a new one begins. The buds open into starry white umbels, perfect for pollinators. Bees and butterflies find them without a map, and we let a few set shiny black seeds for the future. Of course, we continue harvesting green ribbons into late autumn, until the weather truly cools and leaves turn brown. In our SoCal Zone 10A garden, garlic chives are happiest in full sun, though a little afternoon shade is fine. Plant them in compost-rich, well-drained soil and keep moisture even. We water 3 times a week in the heat of summer. A layer of mulch helps the bed ride out heat waves, and a simple top dress of compost in spring is usually all the feeding they need. No heavy fertilizers required. Begin harvesting leaves when the blades reach 10 to 12 inches, cutting 1 to 2 inches above the crown and rotating between clumps so each gets recovery time. For the flowering stems, snip low on the stalks while they are tender and easy to break, and when the buds are still tight and pale. Stash a few days' harvest in the fridge to build a stir-fry's worth if you don't have many clumps. For healthier growth, divide and replant every 3 years or so in early spring or early fall. Prune all down to ground in the deep of winter and cover the field with a thick lay of compost. They will emerge again stronger and happier when the warmth of spring wakes them up. You can also let a few flowering umbels mature to those shiny black seeds if you'd like to start new plants from seed. Pests are rare. Their natural oils do most of the gatekeeping, and if aphids ever show up on the flower stalks, a quick rinse from the hose ends the party. This plant's history is a long road here from the grasslands of Central Asia. That quiet endurance feels right at home in our garden. Nutrition-wise, they're quietly powerful. Vitamins A and C, minerals like calcium and iron, and protective antioxidants in every leaf. These are garden notes, not medical advice. What I love most is their rhythm. They rise in spring, flower in heat, and rest in winter, always returning renewed. From hesitant seedlings to sunlit clumps, they've become more than a crop. They're a lesson in patience and resilience, a steady companion that's ready whenever you are.